Mom's life is a big, scary Tetris game, and we don't like it. No, we don't like it. Mwah! Okay, let's get started. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca, and this is a vlog where we are going to organize all of my craft stuff. Now, this is a complicated situation. Also, I'm gonna acknowledge that my Christmas tree is still up. I do have the bin next to it. So I'm like at least halfway there to taking it down, but honestly I didn't get to enjoy it for very long this season because we went out of town like the week before Christmas. So I'm not like in a rush to take it down. It's very beautiful and it's still alive. So I'm like, whatever. Okay, that acknowledgement aside, my life has been a series of moving from one room to organize that room, and then the other room is now a disaster. So I'm just like moving stuff from room to room. I am a person who unfortunately will forget that I have certain things, so I buy it again. Sometimes I forget, but most of the time I know that I have it, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna go buy another one, because worst case scenario, I have two and I can craft with a friend and we don't have to share. So it's a real problem for me. And I think that this is like the biggest pain point as far as organization goes in my house right now, because this closet in my office spare room is always a disaster. Disaster closet situation has been exasperated because our upstairs closets in our bedroom are gutted currently because they collapsed, and I haven't built the new custom closet system that I want to put in there yet. The first thing that I've purchased towards this new organization system is this rolling cart here. Now, I have to say, organizing systems for craft supplies, typically it's just not my vibe. Anytime I've ever searched craft organization, it's a lot of like open storage with clear bins, and like it's very colorful because craft stuff is typically very colorful. I'm not against color by any means, despite the fact that my background is literally all like neutrals and wood. I like color, but I don't want like an entire rainbow of craft supplies smeared across my wall. I've been looking into like closed armoire systems. There's actually a cabinet that like folds open, and it's like 9 feet long when you have it fully open, and like I don't have the space for that. But I like that it's a closed cabinet and you can open it and it's all colorful and overwhelming with all the stuff, but you can close it. You know what I mean? So I was looking on Marketplace for like an armoire or something like that, because I'm thinking about reworking this back wall because I have 2 open shelves, which have been really great for books, but like my books don't need to be there. I could move them up to my room on a bookshelf up there or something like that. So yeah, basically I'm looking into reworking this situation, selling those shelves, and then using the money to buy an armoire and possibly some other things that I'm gonna need for this. I figured the first thing I can do is have some sort of rolling cart, because I know that I could put this in the closet here once that closet is more organized, because all of these pillows and blankets need to go in there. That's pretty much where we store a lot of stuff like that. But I think I might buy like a storage bin for it. I honestly don't know. So I'm going to use this. I got it from Michael's. It was like 30 bucks. I was shocked. It's not like amazing quality by any means, but it's like relatively sturdy. Not very sturdy. Anyway, it'll hold my shit. That's all that really matters. We're gonna start with these drawers, which have just so much stuff in them. It's actually a little embarrassing. So this is my sewing drawer. I've got rope in here. I've got quilt binding. I've got this little pouch that I normally have my sewing clips in, but it's empty. Finally, I found this thing, my wrist pin holder. So it's just really messy. So I'm going to just like categorize everything and then see how many bins I'm gonna need, because, ooh, it would be nice to make one of these a thread holder so that I can just like have all my thread in here and I can see it. But I'm pretty sure there's things that you can buy, but I don't know if there's like a drawer version. So I'm gonna look into that. I need to be making a list of things to make this process easier for myself as I go. Craft organization. Okay, I'm starting a list. Thread holder for drawer. here's our categories. We've got pins and pin holders. We've got any sort of string or rope. I have quilt binding, which I don't really know what I'm gonna put that in, maybe with these. I'm not quite sure. Buttons. I have zippers and elastic down here. Pens, and this is sewing in a tube. It's basically just like an adhesive for fabric. I don't know what to put that with, but I have other types of glue, so I might do a glue bin. I don't know. Thread. I have a lot more thread than this, but this is what was shoved in here. Labels, I have way more labels than I thought, and it's quite shocking. I need to stop buying them. And then scissors, and I have a seam ripper in here. Leo, you are such a cozy king. He is like the princess and the pea. Like, he will find the tallest part of a pile of things and lay on it, especially if it's like pillows and blankets. I'm honestly surprised he's not up here. He is like very, very cozy. Okay, I'm going to put these in here based on what I grab the most. So I think I'm gonna put scissors at the top, like scissors and like cutting things at the top, because that is honestly the thing that I'm always losing. So I feel like it needs to just be in the most accessible, easy place for me. I know that I have another pair, like one more pair of scissors, and I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. And then I'm gonna do pins and like pin holders. I have one of these pin organizers, like your sewing machine pins, or not even pins, needles and pins is what this is. I kind of like the idea of the thread being at the top, because I feel like when I'm sitting, I'm gonna want to just like lean over and grab it. I think that'll be best for me. And then we can throw labels in here. And you know what? I feel like labels and buttons could go in the same bin, because it's kind of like decorations for your pieces, like finishing touches and things like that can go in here. But I am gonna put like labels and then buttons and fasteners like as a label, so I know like specifically what is in there. Okay, elastic and zippers. And you know what? I might also throw the rope in there. I'm gonna need some dividers, because I can already tell that I'm gonna be like, I think that counts as this. Let's just throw it in. I'm gonna need an organization system within the organization system. I know myself way too well than to just leave it at this. So yeah, we're gonna have to return to that. And you know what? I'm gonna put the quilting stuff in there. And I feel like my fabric pens, like these two, can go in here. And then I'm gonna have a different section for this. Now my tools is what this is. So I have some tweezers. Normally I would keep these like in the actual machine storage, but my machine storage is like getting pretty nuts. So I'm just gonna have a section for tools. I have some quilt rulers like in this. This is something I inherited, which was amazing. But I feel like these could go in here as well, right? Like this is like measuring. This is slowly not making sense anymore to have in there. But like, look at all of these things that I just had. They're clear, so I don't know how visible this will be. But look at all these squares. I've got triangle. I'd really like to make a triangle quilt. I've got whatever this is. I don't know what shape. More than I'll ever need, honestly. You know what? I'm gonna put this and these tweezers in with the scissors, because I've got a seam roller, a seam ripper in here. So I feel like those would count. Now I have this empty bin and I don't know what to do with it, but I'm sure I will find a use for it. You can always find a use for storage bins. This sewing box is like a treasure trove of things that have been passed down to me generation upon generation. I think this was my grandma's sewing box. Wait, you know what? I wonder if I could just slide this into the drawer. It fits. This is what I was using to hold all my thread, but as you can see, it's like turned into something completely different. This is what I'm gonna use, because there's also a little bobbin holder, and I appreciate a bobbin holder. Okay, I cannot explain how good I feel that this is all organized and I know where things are. It's the best. I do need to get my label maker and start labeling things, but I am going to first get my just like general craft stuff out and see if there's anything in there that can go in here. And then once that's done, I'm gonna feel a lot better about moving on, and then I can sort of like assess what needs to be done, because this closet, as I have shared, is a scary place to be. Do I want to expose myself? Every time that I film like showing this, I end up deleting it because it's so embarrassing, but you know what? I'm a real person. Just like you. I feel like everybody has a closet of doom, and we're silly if we pretend like we don't. I mean, if you genuinely don't, then I really, really envy you and I'm very impressed. But I feel like most people have a closet of doom. Okay, here it is. Oh no. We have a bunch of our clothes in here because, again, the closets upstairs are a disaster. But everything up here is like craft storage and random stuff. We got some blankets in here. That is like my extra fabric thing. Like all my scraps are in there and I need to figure out what to do with them or else I'm gonna freak out. I do have this cleared out section right here to put some blankets, so that's gonna be great, but it's pretty bad. And I have that whole section back there which is all craft stuff. You can kind of see there's like paint and there's some macrame rope over here, some micro fluff. So we've got a lot going on. Oh, my hot glue. Literally, hot glue is probably the #1 thing that I can never find when I need it. Like, I'll be looking everywhere for my hot glue gun. I can't find it, so then I go buy another one. It's so silly. So that's definitely getting a spot in my cart, like without a doubt. So I'm gonna try to start bringing stuff down from there, see what's relevant, and then we need to figure out a greater solution for like my big time craft stuff, like, you know, paint and glue and all that kind of stuff, but we can start with the little things. Whoa, the sun came out. We're gonna create a glue section. Oh, and now it's gone. I was just about to say that'd be very inconvenient because then I'd have to close the curtain to like diffuse the light. That's probably gonna happen like 9 more times. Here we go, yes. The sun is moving between clouds, so sorry. It's not gonna look as good, but what can you do, you know? Okay, got more things in the way of pins, but this is not gonna fit. I knew it. Okay, I'm going to fill up this little Foxy gal. This is a little pouch that I got from a back to school rack from Walmart a couple years ago, and I thought it would be so cute to hold these. Okay. I thought it'd be so cute to hold these little pins, and like I don't use that many of these clips at once unless I am doing like a big quilt or a big, I have never made a big quilt. I mean, unless I'm doing a quilt where I'm gonna need a lot of them. So typically I just use what fits in here. I'm losing them. And then if I need more, I can come back for more. I don't know where I'm gonna put this jar because I still have that many left. Maybe I need another pouch. Just have 2 pouches, but that doesn't make sense to have 2 pouches or 1 jar, but the jar does not fit. It is like an inch too tall, unfortunately. I need a stationary situation, but I think I wanna put that in these drawers here because I feel like stationary organization makes the most sense in a desk, and I don't have all that much. So this is a little stamp. I use this for my wedding actually, and this could be actually dried out. I need to like look into that. That's a big thing as a part of this is like, do these things still actually work? Is it worth saving? Question mark, I don't know. But as I said, glue is getting a section. So I've got 2 little glue guns. This glue gun right here is an amazing glue gun. I have bought like cute ones like this. Not as good, really not as good. It's good enough so that I can have 2 of them around. So if I have a friend, or again, if I can't find one, I've got another option. But generally, I usually stick with the cheapy blue one and it works very great for me. Okay, finally a section for glue. And look, another empty bin. What are we gonna do with that? This macrame rope is not going to fit in there, like at all. So this, like, I feel like I should sell this, but what if one day I need it? You know, it's a never ending cycle because I think I'm not gonna need macrame because I'm kind of over that, but what if one day I do? And I threw it away, or not threw, I'm not gonna throw it away. What if I sold it or I gave it away or brought it to a thrift store and I end up needing it? See, this, I've had this for a while. I don't know. Anyway, okay. I've got lots of paint brushes and this is one of those things that I usually end up rebuying because I forget that I have them. So I need a paint section, but I don't know if I want to put that on here because I'd like for my paint and the paint brushes to be together, but like, what are my dogs barking at? Hold on. This is a glue that I bought because I couldn't find my other Mod Podge and then I didn't even end up using it because I was gonna do paper mache and then I ended up not doing paper mache. But Mod Podge is always a good thing to have on hand. I can never find my tape measures. And when I was pulling this big storage bin at my feet down from the closet, I saw this on the floor. Why it's in the closet on the floor, I have no idea. Literally, I wish I knew. But I don't care because I found it. I think I've only ever had 2 of those as well. And I found both of them. They're both sitting in here now. And I'm very happy with that. Okay, so I have a lot of like knitting needles and stuff like that. And I don't do a ton of knitting, but I do it sometimes. And I feel like knitting needles are just something that it's like, why throw that away? I don't know. What's the point? So if I can't find the pair to this, then I will consider donating it. What would someone have a use for a single knitting needle? I don't know. Maybe it's not even worth donating. This is really cool. This I found thrifting and I showed it to my friend who knits and she's like, that's pretty cool. So basically it's like interchangeable needles for when you're knitting like in the round, and these little things are a little stiff, but like the needles themselves are fine. And I'm pretty sure you can buy these things, like these, I don't even know what this is called, like the rope part of it, the bendy part, I don't really know. I'm pretty sure that you can buy those separately. I don't know. But before I actually knit, I thought this was cool, so I picked it up. So I have it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. That would be something that I might consider redonating because I'm just like, why do I even have that? We're gonna wait to make any drastic decisions. So I'm just going to put all of my paint in one bag as well because I've got lots of different acrylic paints. That's something that I always end up rebuying for like no reason because I can't, well, the reason is because I can't find the paint. So I've got this big bag. Look, another tub of Mod Podge. And it's like halfway full. I did not need to buy another one. Oh, I'm so annoyed with myself. And I've got this tacky glue. Another tacky glue. I've got 2 red paints because I couldn't remember if I had red paint, so I went out and bought red paint. So annoying. I've got like a lot of white. Yeah, look, here's a double buy of white. When am I ever gonna use all this acrylic paint? It's like you need it for one task and then you don't need it again. I'm gonna check while I'm here to see if these are even still good because, oh no. Again, check to see that your paint and your supplies are still good before you keep storing them, because what's the point of storing something that's empty or mostly empty? This one was never even opened. I think that one's still okay. Maybe it needs a good shake. I think I bought this one in tandem with the same color because I thought maybe I'd need 2 bottles of it. Okay, see, I think that one is still fine. This one is also still fine. This blue, oh, that's perfect. Oh, that terracotta I think is gross. Paintbrush again. More acrylic paint. No one needs this much acrylic paint. I know that I just recently purchased all of this like over the summer, so it's all still good. We're gonna hold on to that. Okay, I inherited a bunch of this like string, and this is string that you use when you're like hand quilting and things like that. So I just have literally so much of it. What do you do in a situation like this? Like, I didn't go out and buy all of these. They were given to me by someone else. And like, I don't think I'll ever use all of this in my lifetime. Okay, possibly my lifetime, yes, but do I need to have a lifetime supply of this right now? Like, I'm considering donating all of it except for this one, because this one still has like the plastic on it, but they're not in bad condition, by the way. I wouldn't donate it if it wasn't, but I might just donate this bag and keep this one because I don't need it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it off to the side and then decide again later. Okay, another thing that I have purchased twice, a stapler. Why do I have 2 staplers? I do not work in an office. I pretty much have no need for a stapler ever in my life, but I've got 2, and I guarantee you I have a mini stapler probably in this drawer right here. Why? And see, I told you, a miniature stapler. Why? Okay, here's some DIY covered buttons. They're vintage, but I'm pretty sure they still work. Ooh, my wood burning era, my wood burner. See, this is one of those things where I'm like, am I ever gonna use that? Like literally ever? I doubt it, but I've kept it. I used it, I think, 1 time in my life. It's something I should give away. Like in my heart, I'm like, don't give it away. You're gonna use it. But I've used it 1 time in college, and I have been out of college for a long time. We're gonna put that in the donate pile. This is my iPhone 4. I would be very intrigued to boot this up and see what the heck is on here. I bet it's a scary place to be. I mean, knowing what I was doing when I had this phone, I don't know if I wanna return to that phase. But you know what I miss? Do you see how it has the button down here for your fingerprint? I miss the fingerprint to get into your iPhone. I really, really do. I think Apple really missed the mark on that one, taking it away. Just gonna be honest. Colored pencils. Don't know why I have this, but I feel weird getting rid of it because what if you need them, you know? What if there comes a time? But this is definitely from when I was a teacher, because I would do really fun stuff with my students in a little journal, which is probably tucked away somewhere in this box. Who knows? Okay, I don't know where to put it, but we're just gonna put it off to the side. Okay, my singular moment trying out clay, it did not pan out well for me. I really did not enjoy working with polymer clay, but I still have this. And it's still pliable, so it's still good. So maybe I'll just keep it just in case, I don't know. This has so many paintbrushes in it. Like, so many paintbrushes. What girl needs all these paintbrushes? This is sandpaper, so I don't need that. I'm just gonna, we're dumping this out, and I'm gonna use this trash bag. These are like nice paintbrushes too. Why do I have them? I don't even paint. Like, I'm really not great at painting. Brad nails. I mean, I guess I could keep this. When would I use a brad nail just on its own and not like with a brad nailer? Well, I don't have a brad nailer, so maybe I should keep it. I don't know. A partially finished knitting project. This is actually the first thing I ever knit. Doesn't look that bad, honestly. I'm just gonna put it with my yarn, I guess. I've got these cute little punches that are often used in scrapbooking. I've got like 3 of them. Don't know why I have these. I don't know what they'd be used for, but they're gonna go with stationery. I have a protractor, which is actually a very helpful tool. I'm gonna keep this, but this is an art supply, so we're just gonna keep it in the art supply section. Earring pieces, silver earring pieces. Why do I have this? I'm gonna donate that. That doesn't make any sense to keep. Oh, some scallop edge scrapbooking scissors. Why? I don't know. Ooh, actually, you know what? This is helpful. Watercolor paint. Looks unused. Oh, no, it has been used. I don't know why I have these. I'm gonna keep it because I have been thinking about watercoloring a lot lately for some reason. It's a mini paper cutter. I'm gonna keep this. These are very, like, kind of expensive, so we're just gonna hold on to that. This I know is stamps for, that's like little letters. So we're gonna put that with stationery. A 3-hole punch. Kind of annoying to hold on to, but like when you realize that you don't have it, it's one of those like, dang it moments. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna put it, I don't know what this is. I've just started to create this bin. I don't know why. I have a little scale for my shop. I guess I can just put that on top of there. Children's ruler. I'm gonna donate this because I don't need this. I have like a million rulers. More colored pencils. This pack looks completely untouched, like 100% untouched. This is a 12 pack and then the other pack is a 24 pack. I don't know. Home is where your mom is. I thrifted this when I was in college because I thought it was funny. Oh, Italy. I took that photo in Italy. It's so beautiful. Mwah. I love Italy. Why does anybody in the world have these huge binder clips? What is the use of these? I don't really know. Embroidery hoop is useful. I will keep this. There's been many moments in my life where I was like, where's my embroidery hoop? So maybe we should start an embroidery section because I have a lot of embroidery thread, like a lot. And maybe we could do something with embroidery in this. I think it would all fit in here. More covered buttons. I've never made a covered button in my life. Why do I have 2 packs of that? This is a glue gun that I consistently forget that I have. I think it's pretty good. This is actually not mine. It was left at my house from someone else like years ago. And I have never used it, but I feel like it's a helpful thing to have. I just always forget to buy the thicker glue gun things for it. Empty wallet tin. I don't need to keep this, but I'm gonna put it with my empty bins. And then we have school glue, Elmer's glue. We're gonna put that with the glue. Surprise, surprise. Some felted wool, just raw felted wool. I don't know why it's on its own in here. I do have a little container that holds my raw wool. I haven't used it in a long time, but I have it. So I'm gonna find that eventually and put it in there. So we're gonna put it off to the side. And then more earring stuff. Why do I have this? Okay, I don't know. I do feel pretty good knowing that a lot of this stuff fits in here because this just really eliminates so much crap. So I think what I'm gonna do is, what am I gonna do, Becca? You walked into that sentence so confidently and you have no idea what you're gonna do. We're gonna have a fine art bin because I don't have that much fine art stuff. So we're gonna put the colored pencils, the watercolors, and all of the paintbrushes in here because yeah, there's just not that much stuff in that bin and I think that I could very easily just fit it all in here. Done. I guess I can put my staplers and cutters in this one, although this feels like wasted space. I think I could do better by this drawer, but we're just gonna go with this for now. And then I'll put the binder clips in here because I guess you never know when you're gonna need a binder clip. So, office supplies. I might find a different situation for that. Like maybe one of the drawers. I feel like that makes more sense with the stationary situation, but we're just gonna leave it at that. Knitting needles, I don't know. I guess I could do like knitting needles because I know that I have more knitting needles. Like I have a lot of knitting needles actually for some reason. So that'll be the bottom because I don't use it that often. Level with you here, I feel like a lot of my stuff fit in here, no issues, and I might just need one more rolling thing. Like I really like this system of having drawers, like small drawers for everything, because I can like move that around and it doesn't take up that much space and like everything's just organized. And I guess I simultaneously have more and less than I thought I had. Please ignore the fact that all of these plants are dead. That's so embarrassing. This isn't my plant channel, so I guess it's not all that embarrassing. But anyway, so maybe I will go and get like the 5-drawer unit. Maybe I don't know if it's the same height. I need to look online. But if it's the same height and it's 5 drawers, I might be able to make that work because I do have Cricut stuff and Cricut stuff takes up a little bit more space. And so I want to see if I can maybe get like a deeper drawer with less drawers if it's around the same size. We will see. I'm gonna do some research. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, organizing this. I feel so much better. Literally, there is a weight that has been lifted off my chest. We still have a long way to go because that closet is very much so still a closet of doom. And I am simultaneously excited and embarrassed to bring you along because it has been needing to get done for a very long time. So I'm excited. Thank you for joining me on this video. If you guys have any ideas or solutions for craft storage, or if you want to share what you do, I would love to hear it. Specifically if you use like real furniture pieces for your craft storage, because as I said earlier, I don't really like the clear bins on the wall, like with pegboards and all of that. I like it to look like I don't craft. And then you like open a door and it's like, wow, this girl crafts, but not in a scary way. You know, I feel like that's a little frightening. I want it to feel exciting. Like, ooh, she crafts. She's got a lot of craft stuff. I want to go to her house on the weekends when it's raining and we can craft together because she just has all the things that I want. That's the vibe I'm trying to put off here. Okay. This is definitely part 1 of possibly 2, 3, 4 videos. I really don't know, but I feel like if I'm filming, I will be more motivated to actually get this stuff done because it has been needing to get done for so long. Like I said, I'm so sick of feeling like my space is cluttered and a scary place to be. We're not living like that anymore. 2023 is going to be different for me in that regard, and I am very committed to making sure that happens. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.